Alright guys, today's lesson is going to be over conjunctions and interjections, which are really big words for pretty easy concepts. So just follow along and you should be able to pick this up pretty quickly. Alright, so conjunctions are words that join other words, phrases, or clauses together. And there's a few different types of conjunctions, but the first one that's easiest, write down fanboys. And, or you can wait a second, write it down. But write that down because these are the coordinating conjunctions. And I'll tell you what all that stands for on the next slide. So fanboy stands for and, nor, but, or, yet, so. If you can remember these words, every time you see them, they are coordinating conjunctions because they're coordinating two different parts of a sentence and kind of putting them together. And I'll show you a couple of examples here in a second. Just make sure you write these down. So, how coordinating conjunctions work? They can join words together in a sentence. We love Jack and Jill. So, and is joining Jack and Jill together and receiving that action. They can join phrases together. You can get a hot dog or a hamburger. So it's joining phrases together, hot dog, hamburger. It can also join clauses, which are things that can stand pretty much alone. We were all very tired, so we went to bed. So is connecting we went to bed with we were all very tired. Those would be conjunctions. Now, sometimes we get sentences that are a little bit longer that have multiple conjunctions in them that are called correlative. Big word, correlative conjunctions. That means there's going to be a pair of them in a sentence. Both and, neither nor, either or, not only but also. So like in this sentence right here, I not only went to the mall, but also bought a shirt. So when you see one, you usually see the other in these sentences. I'm not going to trick you with any of these on the test, but they are good to know that these words in these sentences would be conjunctions because they're joining bought a shirt with went to the mall. So the last type of conjunctions are subordinating. And subordinate clauses, just to give you a little background, subordinate clauses work with parts of sentences that can't be by themselves. So for instance, you can't use the following as a sentence. Because he made a basket. There's something missing there. What happened because he made a basket? Did the other team have to run a lap because he made a basket? Did he get a prize because he made a basket? So because he made a basket can't be by itself. There's something missing. The team won the game because he made a basket. That word because right here is a subordinating conjunction. It's joining that with that. Okay? So those are the three types. You have coordinating, subordinating, and the third one here, correlative. So those are your three types: subordinating, coordinating, correlative. I'm not really going to ask you much about knowing the three differences, but if I give you a sentence, you need to be able to pick out the word that's joining the two parts of the sentences together. So let's look at a couple of subordinating conjunctions here. In this sentence, could you just say after plugging in his iPod? I mean, you could, but it doesn't really make sense. After is actually the conjunction in this, because we could switch that sentence around and say John ran a mile after plugging in his iPod. How about this one? Billy fell asleep in class although he hadn't finished his work. Although is joining he hadn't finished his work with Billy fell asleep in class. Because I couldn't just say although he hadn't finished his work. There's something more to that. What happened although he hadn't finished his work? Did he get an A on the test although he hadn't finished his work? No. He fell asleep in class although he hadn't finished his work. So just identifying these different words that don't fit into any of the other categories are basically the conjunctions. Alright, so a little bit of practice. 3 sentences here. Just simply write the sentence out and underline the conjunction in each sentence. So I'll give you a minute to do that. If you need to pause the video, pause it, write these down. When you're ready, hit play, and I will highlight the answers for you. Alright, here we go. Here are your answers. I love AC/DC and Metallica. And is joining these two parts of the sentence together. I won't eat the chicken nor the fish. Nor is joining fish and chicken. I'm not eating either one of those. I was thirsty, yet I kept playing. Yet would be a subordinating conjunction in that sentence. So and, nor, yet are working together in these. They are the conjunctions. So you have that practice activity for conjunctions you can complete, but before we get to that, let's cover interjections real quickly. Those are even easier. Interjections are words or groups of words that are used to show strong or sudden emotions. Basically, if it's something short that you would yell, it's an interjection. Here's some examples. Hey, come back here. Hey is like an interjection. Wow, that's a low price. Wow is an interjection. Ugh, I can't believe you did that. Ugh, UGH, yep, it's a word, and yes, it's an interjection. No, I will not go out with you. No, in that case, will be an interjection. You can see 3 of the 4 have an exclamation point at the end. A lot of times, interjections will have exclamation points at the end, but sometimes they won't, like ugh, or something like that that maybe isn't said quite so loudly, but still expresses an emotion. So a way to think about it is think about something you would yell to get someone's attention. Hey! Dude! Wait! Those would be interjections. How might you react to a shocking or surprising news? Wow! Cool! Those would be interjections in that case. Or what might you say when you get scared? Help! Ah! Those would be interjections. Those sudden words or phrases that you use. Alright, so what I want you to do is write a sentence. You use an interjection and imagine you are in this situation. So imagine you're trying to make it to class on time and the teacher's shutting the door. What would you say? Use an interjection. Imagine that you've fallen and you can't get up. What would you say? Use an interjection. Pause it, write your 2 responses down, and then hit play, and I'll give you an example of what I would have written. Alright, if you're ready, let's say you're trying to make it to class on time. Teacher's shutting the door. You could yell, wait, I'm almost there. Wait would be an interjection in that case. Imagine that you've fallen and you can't get up. Help! I can't get up. Help would be an interjection. So they kind of stand out. They should be easy to identify. If they don't have an exclamation point or they don't have a comma after it, it's probably not an interjection. If it does, if it stands kind of by itself, probably is. So you should have the tools you need. You can go ahead and finish the practice activity. It's not very long. And make sure you listen to Mr. Hayden on the date of your quiz.